Hello, welcome to the What Do You Have to Say podcast. I'm Phil, and this is Uriah. We're your host. Two cousins, two perspectives, one mission. We'll have some fun, some lighthearted, and sometimes difficult conversations. We'll delve into topics such as lifestyle and current events, personal growth. We're talking about it all. In today's episode, we're talking about what the world needs now is love. Not in a cliche way. Come join us.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone.
Hey, Uriah.
Hey, Phil, what's going on?
Nothing much. How are you?
I'm good. What do you think of the song?
I think the song was spot on. Man, you are knocking it out the box. We need to put that on replay. Or just
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Well,
Let's do it.
We'll send it out. We're gonna put
Yes,
it on
it has to.
Instagram or something. Yeah, we'll do it.
Yes, absolutely. That's the plan. That's the plan. Wow. Back again. Just really enjoying the time that we get to chat it up and with our audience. I'm glad you're here, and we got a good one today. But first, how are things going with you, man?
It's really good. I
like those. I like that. I like that. Thank you.
because it's not always really good, but I think it's
It's
really
not
good
always.
because I am getting some good sleep. Most of my life I've been like a 5, and there was a period of time when I was working, going to school, and training for
Yes.
my master's. I was
Yes.
getting like 4 hours, sometimes not even 5 hours of sleep.
Okay.
And so now when I'm over 6, getting up
Okay.
to 7, it is like,
Okay.
and my body's responding.
And your body was responding. It is something about that sleep. It is good. And unfortunately, like today, I woke up at like 3:30, probably an hour before my alarm went off. So I'm a little not empty today, but I understand about the sleep. But this weekend, I'm getting some rest, and that's on my list to do. So rest in your body and eat some good food. That's my
Yup.
goal for this. Yes, sir. Wow. So what the world needs now is love. Um, let's start it off. You.
Well, we'll start it off how? What you talking about?
What the world needs now. What is your assessment right now? What the world needs right now, as you see it?
To be honest, I
Yeah.
don't have the answer, but
Okay.
I do. What I
Okay.
can say is that
Okay.
just looking at the current climate and just
Mm-hmm.
the way that we speak with each other, we say
Uh-huh.
the right things, right? And, if we're even including what the world needs now is love, we always get a lot of love ya or people, your friends or whatever, that they want to say, I love you. But we act like we're all a team. But,
Yeah.
sometimes the action, the
Mm-hmm.
behaviors,
Mm-hmm.
they don't match the
They
words.
don't match
What
the words.
Because I don't know if we really know what love is. And that's going to be another episode that we're going to get to.
That I think we should
I don't
do
know
that.
that we
Now,
know know
yeah,
what love is, Phil.
yeah. I
Some
I'd
of us
have
do.
to. I have to agree. That sometimes we have that woo woo perception of love, and yeah, love you, and it is in that cliche sense, but it's
Mhm,
much deeper than that. And I
mhm.
think that what the world needs now, from my perspective, I believe it needs the authentic us. I think it needs
Mm,
our true selves to
yes.
really rise to what is going on, because let's face it, man, it's heavy out here. It is. I mean, there are so many things that really can cloud our perceptions. I mean, we have inequalities everywhere. We have, um,
everywhere.
I mean, there's war, there's wealth inequality, there's education, there's job insecurity, there's a lot of things, and a lot of it is outside of our control, But it's a lot of loneliness going on out here. It's a lot of unspoken um, loneliness, and
Mm.
where we used to be a community and together, that has kind of gone away. And what the world needs now, it needs us to be who we are called to be, and
To bring it together.
so have absolutely,
You know
absolutely,
what I always say is um, I know with what we're talking about today, we're
yeah,
definitely gonna talk about it. I've
yeah,
always said that what people need is you,
hmm,
and you said it showing up. For me, that means um, not just doing the thing. For some people, it's easier to give money than to show up,
right,
right?
right, right. Uh, But I do, and I'd like to piggyback on that. I believe that even that just satisfies that need right there, that seen need,
Yeah.
not that internal lack of something. Something is missing. That do you really see me? You see my
Yes.
need. Do
Yep.
you really authentically see me? T Mother Teresa, just put it this way, that sometimes you can give somebody a piece of bread, but is that really feeding them? Is it feeding their compassion? Is it feeding their heart? Is it feeding their joy? Is it feeding them being seen? Is it feeding community? And so
Yeah.
I really I think this is such a timely episode, man, that we get to talk about this. And
Well,
we want to hear from our audience. I mean, we,
please.
just don't, I know that you're listening, but we want
Yeah.
you to think with us.
Yeah.
So drop a comment, tell us what you think the world needs most right now. Right now.
I
We'd
like
love
what you
to hear it.
said. We
Yes.
want them to think with us. I
But
love that.
yes,
I love that.
yes, yes,
Well,
yes.
today we had talked about we've sort of brought together 5 clips,
Okay.
which help we feel
Mhm.
express what we feel that the world might need a little bit
A little bit.
of, just a little bit
Yes.
of some of the
Yes.
things that we
Yes.
are just going to show you briefly,
Right. Right.
right?
Right, because there's
Um,
some good things going on. I don't know if we really celebrate them enough, but through all the chaos, all of the everything going on, there's still something trying to rise, and it's our humanity that is still trying to
what does
rise.
what does Angela, my Angela say? And still I rise,
And still I
and
rise.
still I
Yes,
rise.
yes, yes, sir.
Well,
Yes,
in this
sir.
first video that we're gonna show, I
Mm-hmm.
think it epitomizes a very subtle way, but very it packs a punch. You
Mm-hmm.
know, uh, we will talk about it. We'll look at it. It's very short,
Okay.
but
Okay.
a skateboarder
Mm-hmm.
and uh, and their elders
Oh, okay.
in a park. Let's see this. Just see if you can pick up on what this is putting down.
He was taking them to school, trying to show them how maybe they had stopped and asked him what was going on or something, and he was like, and yeah, let me show you. And he was taking his time to explain, you
He
know.
took his time. The other thing that I thought was cool because I was always raised uh, to understand that it doesn't matter where you're at, somebody always will see you. There's an example of that. This was they obviously zoomed in on
Mhm.
this interaction that they happened to see,
Right, right.
and they must have felt. warmed by
Mm-hmm.
this young
Mm-hmm.
kid taking time and being respectful to his
Right.
elders.
Right.
I think in our world, we're almost prompted for conflict, but there was no conflict here. There was just
Right.
a
Right.
conversation that
Right.
had encompassed respect, or at least we
Mm-hmm.
hope, and
Yes.
curiosity.
And curiosity. Oh, that's yes. Yes. I have
What
to agree.
non-cliche
Yes, right,
experience
non-cliche.
of what
It
maybe
would
love could be about,
would
right?
be about, yes, and I like the what you part I was about to say, somebody raised him right, and you just said that we were raised to be aware that someone is always watching, and, somebody
Yeah.
raised him right to respect his elders and, just to teach them. That kudos, to that young man.
Can you set up the next video that we're gonna see, the community, I think, yeah, the community
Community, why not
food
me?
pantry.
Food
The
pantry. So we
Mhm.
know that there's a lot of insecurity, food insecurity going on, and we know politically what is happening, and socially what is happening with SNAP benefits and those kind of things going on.
Yes.
People, it impacts people of all every. It's just a broad range of people it affects, and so there are these pop-up food pantries, and that people are just putting food out in their yard, just putting the tent up and saying, "Come, this is what we have." And it seems like, and I was getting ready to go to church. It seems like that it's like the 2 fish and the 5 loaves of bread, and it
Yes.
just has multiplied, and I've seen just video after video of people with pop-up, food pantries, and wow, hopefully I'll get through it. It's kinda warms me up, so
Warmed you up? Okay.
yes, it does. Just that
Well,
humanity, that compassion, that, selflessness that people,
yes.
and it's more and keep saying humanity is just keeps rising to the occasion because
Yeah.
they want to yeah, there's a lot of voices out there that want to keep us divided, and it's us versus them, and we and me and you versus us, and you don't look like me, and so this is that, and but is humanity it's it keeps rising.
Keeps rising.
Yes.
Let's see. Here's that video, Mr. Phil.
On a quiet street in Kernersville, someone set up a tent. At first glance, it looks like a party. But the
Mm.
celebration here
Ain't no
isn't for a
party.
birthday.
Mm-mm,
It's for
mm-mm.
something much rarer these days: community.
I jokingly kind of said to
Take
Brianna,
what you
we should
need.
just do one in our front yard. We should just do a pantry in our front yard. And
There we go.
Mm.
just kind of let it go. And 2 days later, we're doing a pantry in our front yard.
April Knapp Scott says the idea came from
Wow.
the food need she saw while the
Look at that.
shutdown drags on. Her social media savvy daughter, Brianna Rich, saw a similar video online and made it happen.
I made the event, I posted it, and I said, okay, let's go.
Just
Within
go.
hours,
ordinary
people started
people
dropping off food.
Ordinary.
Neighbors who had a little
extraordinary
more,
things.
helping those with a little less.
That's one of our friends.
This is one of our, he's probably getting ready to drop off a bunch of stuff.
And
Look
he
at
did,
that.
a carload full of
What?
donations.
2 fish,
Then
5
came
loaves,
the couple who didn't
Yes.
get their
just
SNAP
multiplied,
benefits this
you
week.
know?
The women told them, treat this tent like a grocery store. Only this store has no cash register.
Put up a tent and some tables, and you could change people's lives. You can give them food to eat. You can help them support their families. You don't have to do a lot to make a huge difference.
We want to serve as many people as possible. Have a great day.
You don't have to do a lot to make a
Mm-mm.
huge difference. And
Mm-mm.
they said something else that said really stuck with me, and it says, "People with a little more helping people with a little less." And those words, that's something to live by. You have a little more, you can help those with a little less.
Well, I like it because it also speaks to this is a family, or it doesn't matter who, an individual. They weren't just like raising awareness, like you'll see so many people on social media posting this awareness thing that they're I mean, that's something. But these individuals, they didn't wait for permission for anyone. They took action.
It's wow, action. You said it. Took the words right out of my mouth. That
Mhm.
faith is action. It takes you have to do something. It calls you to do something, and they did, and it has caught on. And I hope people take time to really find out. And there's still a need out
There
there,
is.
and
Oh,
and
even even when SNAP benefits come
if it's
back,
come back in, is
there's still a need.
still a need, and you know, I let me say this, that we get kind of desensitized to some things that we could even scroll past or drive past need. People on the corner that are in need, we get desensitized to that, but that doesn't make the need go away.
Yeah.
And that just helps me better understand that we have a lot to do. We have a
Yeah.
lot.
I was thinking, that sign that they say, take what you need.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
When
Mhm.
we're thinking about a non-cliche, um, uh, a sort of, manifestation of love, that would be it because that it's not just a sign, it's
Right,
trust. Trust,
right,
right?
right.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Which
Yes,
we
sir.
could say is an non-cliche action,
Right.
that supports the community. That could be
Yes.
what the world needs now
What the
is
world needs
love,
now is
sweet
love.
love. They
Yes,
need
yes.
a food bank where you can just
Mhm.
come up and take what you
Uh-huh.
need.
Uh-huh, with no judgment.
No
No
judgment.
judgment. No judgment, just come and get you what you need. I saw a man in maybe in Pennsylvania. He did something similar, and he said that would do you mind if I'm out here while you're getting the groceries, while you're getting it? And he said he didn't want to try to be judgmental or give the appearance
Mhm.
that he was being judgmental, and he asked the people, you mind if I'm out here? And they were like, no, because he wants to be welcoming to everyone.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, I I like how this is progressing. Now we're sort of building here. You know, th- this next clip and sort of this next way that we want to talk about the non-cliche kind of way love
Mhm.
could be manifested. It
Mhm.
has to do when there is a crisis,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
How do
Yes.
we how do we or how could we act
Mhm.
when somebody has an urgent need,
Yes. Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes. Right. Right.
Have you ever been in a situation where there have been people around you that had an urgent need?
Um, Not a medical needed a medical attention or something like that. I have helped push some elderly gentlemen's cars out of the road. And when I say, man, I pulled up and I was about to complain about the people's traffic stopped. And I saw it that it was some older men, and it made me think of my dad, and
Mhm.
I would want somebody to have helped him. And I pulled my car over to the side. It was great. I pulled my car over the side, got out, and it seemed like every car behind me pulled over to the side and got out, and we pushed that truck out of the median. And it was just everybody knew the assignment. I mean, when I pulled over and got out, it just things like whoop, 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 and everybody
They
just
knew
got
what was
out.
going on.
They just knew. So yeah, yeah, that's
I think something what we'll see,
yes.
completely ties to that, but
Yeah.
it's been I think around 2007 or 2008, I was
Okay.
working in a restaurant in Brentwood. I was managing
Mhm.
a restaurant there, and it just seemed like it happened, like it wasn't twice in the same week, I think every other week. I had to do Heimlich on 2 people,
What?
and you never think that that would happen. And no one did anything. Remember, I think was it last week or we were talking about that group think where someone thinks that someone else will do something. No
Right,
one knew
right.
what to do, and This
Oh.
was both of them were older gentlemen,
Mm-hmm.
and one Heimlich, I did the Heimlich. The other one we did the Heimlich, but they still had to be taken away on EMS. But
Okay.
it was
Okay.
scary.
Wow. Yes.
It
Yes.
was scary.
Glad. So, how did you know how to do? Had you done the Heimlich before?
Never. And can you? At that time, I hadn't gone through an official CPR or
Mm-hmm.
any kind of training. It was
Mm-hmm.
all from what I had seen on TV.
Oh man, man, I would be apprehensive. I mean, I would try, but you got to get them up under that, whatever that
And
part
it
is.
needs to be sort of
J-
right underneath the it, right below the
Sternum,
sternum, and it
sternum,
needs to be a motion
up,
that sort of goes up.
up. Yes.
Yup.
At least, hey, take us to school. At least we know that that's the way where you put it is so you're not breaking that bone right there, and and
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
let's look at this
Okay.
next clip, which has to do with crisis, and hopefully none of us have to
Mm,
experience this.
okay.
Keep your eye on this car. It's drifting across a busy intersection into oncoming traffic. The woman sprinting to help knows the driver. They work
Yeah.
together. She realizes
That's her friend.
something is seriously wrong. It's a medical emergency, but the brave friend can't stop the runaway car alone. That's when perfect strangers come together.
Oh, man.
First
I love
one,
it.
then
Oh
two,
man, that gives me chills.
Three.
That
Mm-hmm.
just, oh
four,
man.
a fifth.
Look,
All hop out of their vehicles
See?
to lend a hand. Together, they stop the car.
Yes.
Another of the heroes, U.S. Staff Sergeant Juan Chavez. That's him running through traffic.
Honestly, I saw somebody that needed help and I just rushed to it. I didn't really think too much of it. I didn't really think too much about my safety at
Mm.
that point.
mm, mm. Just ordinary
Isn't that a
people
warm feeling?
doing extraordinary things. Yes,
They
it is.
do what we will rise to the occasion.
We rise,
We will rise to the occasion.
Yes,
But I
yes.
wish we would rise to the occasion, not in just these extraordinary circumstances.
But in everyday interactions and everyday, yeah, I feel
And
you.
it does happen. It happens on
It happens.
micro, just like that first clip we saw.
Right,
But
right.
I
right,
don't know
right.
if it happens enough where enough people see it to go, oh, maybe I could be doing this
I
too.
man, I
Right?
completely, perfectly said. Yes, perfectly
And
said.
and here's another one along this one. It's a little
Okay,
lighter.
okay,
I don't
okay,
I'll just play it and
okay.
and then we'll see what you got
Yeah.
to say.
This video won the internet tonight. A cat that had made its way into
No,
the stadium during a University of Miami football game got caught on a wire hanging below the upper deck and fell. It was dangling by
no.
one
Did
paw.
they get?
Thankfully,
Oh.
the fans
Yes.
below had unfurled an American flag and used it as a net. Fans cheered as they held the cat up in the air for everyone to see that it had
man.
survived.
See,
Oh man.
we can work together almost
Yes, yes.
spontaneously, right?
Right. Um, yes, and I was gonna say it calls for whatever situation that it is, just like you stepped up immediately for the Heimlich maneuver, and those all the people that they saw that immediate need and
Immediate.
and stepped up. So yeah, and
Now
with the save the cat.
and we
Yes.
can do it. I mean, like our culture loves animals. We almost treat
Yes.
animals
Yes.
better than we do human beings. So it makes sense
Yes.
that we could and would do that
Mm-hmm.
for a pet or a cat.
A
But
pet.
I would love for that to generalize more often. And when I say that, I'm not trying to put it on somebody else. I'm telling myself I
For me.
need to. Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right, and I understand that, and yeah.
These clips, they always go viral, and I wonder if they're going viral because we're starved as a culture for proof that we can and will work together.
Ooh, I think that you said something with the word starved. I think that we are starved for that community. I think that there's so much isolation. It's kind of, we went through that pandemic and we were kind of isolated, and,
Hmm. Yes.
social media kind of exploded right then, and interacting in social media, kind of explode. But we need that human interaction. And we also need to know that there's some good people still here. There's still some good people around, just ready to help.
So
I
I think there's a
I
lot of
think
good people.
I
And I
think
think
so too.
sometimes it's harder to see them when our world is crazy. There's a bunch of
Oh.
craziness and a bunch of people who will put themselves first. Not just once, not twice, but as
Continuously.
many times as they
Times
can over and over.
over
And now
and
multiply
over.
that by
Oh,
many, many, many
three
people.
200 million people. Yeah, 300, yes. Over and over. And we that's what okay, what do they say? The loudest no wheel the squeakiest wheel gets the
Squeaky
oil
wheel gets the oil.
get the oil. And so they just
Mhm,
keeps putting themselves out there, making the most noise, but it's not
mhm.
always the one with the loudest voices. And that's what we have been kind of like, I hate to say trade to respond to the loudest
Oh,
voices.
please, you're
I
right.
know.
W
I don't
w
know. I'm just
Set up this next video for us.
it is the Bryan Stevenson video.
Mhm.
Okay. Bryan Stevenson, if you do not know, Bryan Stevenson is the founder of Equal Justice Initiative in Montgomery, Alabama, where I live. And he has been a civil rights attorney and a human
Mhm.
advocate, but he speaks just volumes what he says. He
Volumes.
is volumes of what
Mhm.
and what he has accomplished here in Montgomery. I mean, he has the legacy sites, which I have been to the Legacy Museum, but I have not been to the National Museum here that honors people that were um lynched. And I I just haven't brought myself to go through the exhibit, because there's a spirit there, and it just permeates the whole grounds. And people just say that they're changed completely. But anyway, Bryan Stevenson, he says he was given a TED talk, and he said a saying that I'll let you hear what he had to say.
Ultimately, our humanity depends on everyone's humanity. I've learned very simple things doing the work that I do. It's just taught me very simple things. I've come to understand and to believe that each of us is more than the worst thing we've ever done. I believe that
Each of
for
us.
every person on the
Mm,
planet. I think if
mm,
somebody tells a lie, they're not
mm,
just a liar. I think if
mm,
somebody takes something that
mm,
doesn't belong to them, they're not just a thief. I think even if you
mm,
kill someone, you're not
mm,
just a killer. And because
mm,
of that, there's this basic human dignity that must be respected by law. I
mm,
also believe that in many parts of this country, and certainly
mm.
in many parts of this globe, that the opposite of poverty is not wealth. I don't believe that. I actually think in too many places, the opposite of
Mm.
poverty is justice.
Absolutely. And I he just speaks with some wisdom and truth about this. And I believe that and if you don't understand the opposite of poverty, we would think that it's give them wealth, and that just equals out. But the opposite of poverty is justice. It's access to education. It's access to um, opportunity. It's access to safety. It is access to fairness, and that's the only justice will only solve those problems. And that's why I believe that the impact of that statement that poverty, the opposite of poverty is justice. And
Mm.
the that's what the world needs. now for all peoples. Yes, go ahead.
So really what the world needs now is justice. So what if love is the goal, but justice is the
Just
action? Justice is the verb. It connects everything. It's
ooh, you talking
the
today.
well,
Yes,
it's like thinking about
yes,
everything that we've talked about. It's the
yes,
dignity that
yes.
the
Oh,
skateboarder had for his
yes.
elders.
Others,
It's
yes.
the equity
Mm-hmm.
in the
Mm-hmm.
food pantry. It's the
Yes, yes,
humanity
man.
that the
You
people had for the
woo.
people in the car, right?
Yes, yes,
So
yes, yes.
justice
Mm,
is the
mm,
action. So
mm.
maybe we'll retitle it. Well, we're not going to. But what the world needs now is justice.
It's justice, but yes, man. That you I couldn't have said that any better. That was great, man. That's great. And you should have start your own quotes because that was good.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. A lot of times when you say something, you say it and you don't even remember it. I wouldn't even know to write it down.
Oh, but you know what? It's on tape. And so yes, you can go back and it was like quotes from Uriah and yes, and change people's perspective on that poverty and justice and what justice looks like. It is a verb. It's action.
Yeah.
It's movement. Yes.
So give me like a summary of how you felt, when we talked about what we were going to do is what the world needs now is love. And then, finding content and thinking about it a little bit. Tell me what you're taking away.
Well, what I'm taking away, honestly, I woke up the other morning with this on my mind, um, and really wishing that um, if I could just hit a reset button on the world, if I could just
Oh.
stop everything for just all of the chaos, the division, the poverty, the injustices, the inequities, if I could just
Mhm.
stop it just one time so we could just breathe and reset, recenter ourselves and find our purpose of who we truly are called to be. And that's my greatest takeaway is that there are still some good people still causing. They are what is it? Ordinary people doing extraordinary things and just letting their best selves rise. That's how about you? That's just a piece of it. What I have taken away because I'm changed because of this episode. How about you?
I'm just thinking about how there is something that we can do. And just like
Oh,
in my mind, I see the woman whose coworker was in that car, and
mm,
she
mm,
could have stayed in her car like, "What do I do? What
mm,
do I do? What do I do?"
mm,
But
mm,
she
mm,
just
mm.
she got out and she ran. She couldn't stop that car, but her action, I hope, well, it did inspired or someone was curious enough to go, "What is she running? What's happening?" And they went
Something.
out to help.
And they yes, yeah,
They went out to
yeah,
help
wow,
her. That
wow,
is that's sort of what I'm taking about we can do something, and it doesn't have to be grand.
right, that's
But
nice.
that was with that lady running to help her friend, that was
Mhm,
something grand
mhm, mhm.
that
In that
inspired
moment,
so many people.
it did.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes. I think everything that we kind of brought to the table today I hope that you are at the table and you picked up on everything because from the food pantry, from the young skateboarder, from Bryan Stevenson, from the helping out. It is, and you summed it up. There is something that
Well,
we
there's
can
something to
do.
do. I just think as we're ending
Yes,
our
yes.
our
Oh
our episode, our
man,
show
that time.
today,
Yeah.
we just have to understand that you don't have to love everyone, but we can be decent, right? We can show up, we can demand justice, right? And I
Yes,
think it's important
yes.
to speak up for what's right, but not just what's easy. And today, Phil and I, we wanted to show you good news or inspire you. Because sometimes
Yes.
it feels like we do not get enough of it. That is for certain, right?
Yes.
And we really would like for you to know if any of the videos that we showed stood out to you or evoked a particular feeling. And if so, we'd love to hear your thoughts in our comments. That's important. That helps our community grow. And y'all, we're trying to grow this community here.
Yes.
What do you have to say? But until we see you in the next episode, Dr. Dre,
Yes.
we
Yes.
want your voice to be heard. We want you to be inspired and empowered. Do you agree, Phil?
I do. I truly do.
All
I
right,
truly do.
now.
Yes, hit that like, hit that
Hit the like.
subscribe. Yeah.
All right. Until next time.
Until the next time.
Talk to you later.
It's the only thing that there's just too little. What do